A woman was reading a soon-to-be-published mystery novel. Just as she was about to discover the killer in the final murder case, she was shocked to find that the last chapter of the novel was completely blank. A mystery without an ending drove her crazy.
Is there anything more useless than a whodunit without the ending?
So the woman sent her people to find the novel's author, but instead of finding the author, they found a cold corpse. Yet beneath the surface of this seemingly disconnected novel and reality, hidden secrets were lurking. Alan was a famous detective novelist. Before his death, he left behind a suicide note stating he'd been diagnosed with terminal stomach cancer, so he chose to take his own life. But coincidentally, Alan's protagonist, Detective Pund, also had cancer. Alan's death would leave this novel unfinished. Susan decided to go to Alan's house to search for the last chapter, but just then, the police showed up. Alan's laptop and files had all vanished. This made everyone start to suspect whether Alan's death was really a suicide. And that suicide note raised questions too. The letter was handwritten, but the envelope was printed. Though beloved by readers, Alan's personality could only be described as cruel. Even his own son scratched his car and told friends,
Who was that?
My dad.
You don't like him much.
I wish he'd dropped dead.
What they discovered next was even more chilling. All these people from real life had been written into Alan's novel, including himself. What angered Susan most was that her own mother's drowning death had been written into it too. Not only that, but the murders in the novel were all connected to real-life homicides. For this reason, Susan traveled from London to Suffolk. There, she met James, who had just inherited Alan's estate. James seemed quite relaxed and cheerful. His solid alibi allowed him to openly accept this windfall, and James was happy to help Susan search for the novel's last chapter. But aside from empty drawers and a computer, there was nothing else. The whole thing hit a dead end. The missing final chapter seemed to hold all the secrets of Alan's death. The scene shifted to the novel. In the dead of night, a murder was taking place at Pye Hall. The estate's owner, Sir Magnus Pye, had just turned around and said something when, in the next second, this murder quickly caught Detective Pund's attention because not long ago, another murder had occurred at this very estate. The victim was Pye Hall's housekeeper. The only clue was a threatening letter on the table. The contents of the threatening letter were typed, but the envelope was handwritten.